Cops are supposed to have a calm demeanor since they're responsible for handling chaotic situations. But what happens when cops themselves screw up? These cases capture exactly those moments. Especially this first cop who totaled his police cruiser.
Okay, so what does that mean? All right. Are you under the influence of something, Augie? What's wrong with you right now? I don't understand that.
Done.
Okay. Just cooperate with me.
Don't fuck with me.
Augie, I know they are, and I understand that.
On the night of October 27, 2018, Lieutenant Rick Byron received a call from Officer Justin Augustine, asking him to meet behind the old Board of Education office. When they met, Augustine confessed that he had crashed his cruiser while trying to relieve himself. What happened next at the police station was truly unexpected.
He needs to.
Yeah, Augie, come here. Let's go out here in the garage. We got to put your weapons away. Come out here, we'll talk. You'll be all right. The car's just being taken to Lumpkins. What's going on in there? Huh?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? We got to put your weapons away.
Yeah.
You're not. Here, let me have it so I can unload it. Just need to unload it.
What am I doing?
Byron wasted no time disarming Justin's gun and securing everything.
We got, sorry. When you total a vehicle, here, go in here. So we can put this away. When you total a vehicle, you got to go down for a call assessment. Everybody that wrecks a cruiser that totals it has to go down there. So what we do is just take your taser off of you, and you have any backup weapons on you or anything? Drop your vest or your duty belt, because you don't need that. We're going to go down and do an alcohol test down at the hospital, you and I. And you don't need all your gear, so take your... are you all right, Augie?
Yeah.
You seem... your focus seems divided on me. What's going on? You just nervous?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you under the influence of anything, Augie? No? Good. I hope not. I do. Where's your vest at?
Justin, affectionately known as Augie, clearly struggles to focus and grasp the situation at hand. Despite Byron's hope that he isn't under the influence, it's painfully obvious that he is.
All right. What else do you got on you? You got
done.
pocket knife, huh?
I'm done.
What's going on, though? Tell me what's going on, bud.
I'm done.
What do you mean you're done? You going to go with me to take the test, Augie? You're refusing it? You don't want to do that.
I'm done.
Okay, so what does that mean? All right. Are you under the influence of something, Augie? What's wrong with you right now? I don't understand
I'm
that.
done.
Okay. Are you going with me?
No.
So what are you going to do?
I'm going home.
Can you call somebody to come get you?
I don't need to.
Well, I'm not going to let you drive.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
What?
I'm not going to let you drive. Can you call your wife? All right, let's go out here. All right? Don't play this game with me, bud. I'm trying to trying to help you out here.
He ain't doing shit.
Well, I can't do stuff. I'm just doing what I got to do, Augie. It's my job. If you want to leave, go ahead and leave. All right, let's go. Let's go. Come on, Augie. Don't do this, man. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. All right? I'm just doing my job. I'm just asking you to relax, okay?
I'm done.
Okay, and I understand that. I understand what you're saying. All right? I just don't want you to do it like this. All right? I'm not trying to be a prick. I'm not trying to be difficult. You got to understand, it's my job, dude. All right? So don't treat me like that. If you want to be done, I understand that.
Augustine, clearly hammered and slurring his words, refused to take an alcohol test. He desperately hoped Byron would turn a blind eye and let him stumble home, but Byron wasn't having it. Looks like some cops still play by the rules.
So, Augie, are you okay to drive, brother?
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm worried about you.
Yeah.
All right, well, get going then. Do what you got to do, all right? Augie, you need to get it. You need to relax.
You're fucking with me.
No, huh? What'd you say? Who is? You just wrecked a cruiser. It's not the end of the world. I know it's not the end of the world. We can do this, Augie. If you just go down and take the test like we're asking you, if you do that, then we can at least get that cleared to where you can come back to work. Seriously, Augie, I'm trying to help you, bud.
Oh my God.
Huh? What'd you say? I don't want to... What'd you say?
Fucked up.
What do you mean you're fucked up? Alcohol? Pills? What are you talking about? So I can't let you drive home, all right?
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can.
You said you're fucked up. How you gonna drive home?
I'm not fucked up. I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up.
What? Help me understand, Justin.
What the fuck?
You talking about just in the head?
Fuck you.
Huh? We don't need to do this, Augie.
What?
Come on. We don't.
What?
Why are you doing this like? Why are you doing me like that? Huh? What have I done to you for you to do that? Do me like that, man? Seriously. I am honest to God being serious with you. What have I done to you for you to treat me like that?
What the fuck?
Huh?
What the fuck?
I don't know. I didn't wreck the cruiser in there and then have to ask you to come to take the test.
Right there.
At this point, Augie can't contain his emotions any longer and begins lashing out, blaming poor Officer Byron, the one person still on his side.
I understand that, Augie, that you're upset. I get that. You're having a tough time right now with everything that's going on, bud. But it doesn't have to go out like this, okay? It's just an accident.
Troy 421.
Okay.
What I do?
Huh?
The what I do?
What do you mean, what do you do? What do you do?
If it's just an accident, what I do?
You hit a semi-trailer. So again, as part of our policy, we have to go down with that and go take the test. That's the way
fuck
you're
you
going to do
do?
this. You're about to get yourself arrested, bud.
For what?
What do you mean? What am I going to do? I can't let you drive. So you try to get in that car, I got to stop you, and then you're going to start fighting with me. What is that going to do? Huh? Seriously, Augie, why are you doing this to me? I didn't do anything to you. Okay? I didn't do anything to you. Well, let's go back in here so we can figure this out, Augie. Please.
Augie expected his friend Byron to let him off the hook and skip the sobriety test, but policy is policy. Acting like a child and ignoring all reason, Augie fails to see that refusing the test will only seal his fate and lead to his arrest.
Augie, I know they are, and I understand that. Can you call your wife and have her come get you, bud? Please, get your phone out and call her. You don't have your phone? You want to use mine?
What's this gonna do?
Huh?
What's this gonna do?
I don't know. That's why I got to call him, so. How much did you drink today, Augie? A lot? You know he's going to want to do a test, right? Not an employment test. He's going to say, hey, this guy's driving a car, we need to test him. And I mean, you got the right to refuse it, but we got to go through the process on that, Augie. Now, again, I want you to understand that I know, you probably are. You're right. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or lie to you. Huh? Augie, come on, bud. Come on, just calm down, bud. I understand you're upset and you gotta calm down. Remember, Augie.
You just tell what you.
Huh? I'm talking to you as a friend here, too. All right.
He admits to drinking on camera, not realizing how bad it looks. The lieutenant stays calm despite the officer's swearing, but the officer's attitude makes things tough for the lieutenant.
He's refusing to be tested. So, are you gonna go down for the test, Augie? He's refusing that. Okay. All right, bye. Thank you for being honest with me, Augie. I hate to see you like that, bud. I didn't do this, Augie. Why are you taking it out on me?
Yeah, it's on you.
Huh?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. All right.
You put in stance.
I'm just waiting for a phone call back. Just relax, bud. Just relax. All right? Enough. Relax.
Go ahead.
Just relax. It says you're now under arrest for OVI, operating a vehicle under the influence of alcohol and a drug or a combination of them, operating a vehicle under the influence of a listed controlled substance or a listed metabolite of a controlled substance, operating a vehicle after underage alcohol consumption or having physical control of a vehicle while under the influence. If you refuse to take any chemical tests required by law, your Ohio driving privileges will be suspended immediately and you will have to pay a fee to have the privileges reinstated. If you have a commercial driver's license and refuse to submit to the test or test, you will immediately be placed out of service for 24 hours. You will be disqualified from operating a commercial motor vehicle for a period of not less than 1 year, and you will be required to surrender your commercial driver's license to me.
The lieutenant then sat him down, read him his rights, and officially arrested him, treating him like any other citizen who's facing arrest.
About the 2255 form in here, because I got all his information. Yeah, I read it to him. He's refusing. So,
Okay.
If it's okay with you, if it's okay with you, I'm not going to issue a citation right now. I'll write it out later and do what we got to do. Or how do you want that done?
No, we'll treat it like a normal
Okay.
OBI.
Can you give me a traffic ticket, please? Here you can look at the pictures on my phone. I don't know how good they are. It wasn't an ideal situation.
Yeah. Wow.
Now that we got him back here, I'm a lot better, but I'm still
Yeah.
concerned about his behaviors. But because I had him outside earlier, and it was,
The supervisor returned to discuss the case with the lieutenant, and things weren't looking good for Augie. As Byron filled out the paperwork, another colleague approached him, visibly shaken.
Bruce is coming in.
to talk to him.
He's probably going to do a order in to do an admin blood draw after you guys are done.
He's not going to do that.
Well, you know what that means.
Yep. It doesn't matter, to be honest with you, so let's not fight over it, because he was threatening me out there. His behavior was...
Oh, really?
He didn't come out and say, I'm going to kick your ass or do something, but he's going, what are you going to do about it? He starts clenching up. It's a lot.
Okay.
His totally insubordinate.
Okay.
To the point where I was calling you, telling you,
Yeah.
basically let you know that we're going to fight.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting from you.
Yeah, there was no question. Fortunately, I got him to calm down.
Yeah.
And there's something went on in here. He'll have to tell us later, because I told him.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be surprised if we aren't there, if we don't get there yet.
Okay.
He also came to work today not wearing a vest.
Like, dressed and...
Right now, he doesn't have his vest on. I found that out when I took him in the arsenal to
Meanwhile, Augustine's state worsened to the point where he couldn't even sit properly at the table. It was a stark display of his intoxication, highlighting the potential disaster if he had been allowed to stumble home alone.
Here's Justin. Can you look at me, bud? He's been here now. Apparently you dropped this Visa card. It's your bank card. You dropped that there in the cruiser. Justin, here's the DMV 2255 form for the refusal. And since we had so much time, I went ahead and wrote the citation out. The citation is going to be for the OBI refusal, and then just reasonable control on private property. What that is. So here's your copy of the 2255 form, and I need you to sign the ticket. Well, that didn't make it. I got one. If you'll just sign right here, get your copy of that.
At this stage, higher authorities are stepping in, and Augie is about to face the music for his actions. Plans have to be devised in case he keeps refusing sobriety testing.
Okay. So you're required to do it, but of course, it's not like we're going to hold you down and make you. So my question to you now is, what you have to do is sign a form at the ER before the testing that you would release the results of the test to the police department, and you would get your own copy as well. If you refuse to sign that form, then that would be considered insubordination and you'd be subject to disciplinary action. It's still your option to do that, and I'd like to know if that's what your intention would be before we brought everyone down to the emergency room. You only have a little bit of time, because we're on a 2-hour period that we're trying for, to confer with an attorney or a union rep. And again, understand this will not be used as part of the criminal investigation. So with all that in mind, would you submit and authorize release of, okay, at the ER? Okay. Okay, and I'm a little worried too. I want to make sure that, I think that'll be good, because at the ER we can talk about, or they can make sure you're okay to be cut loose. Okay. Because here's the other piece that you can't, I'm sure it's no surprise to you, I'm placing you on administrative leave. We got to get this straightened out. But in the meantime, remember we've been talking for a while, that one day we're going to be in an adversarial situation. And right now we are. So I'm not trying to be really comforting you or giving you advice. Okay, because right now I have to do what I need to do to protect the city and the department. Okay? So, admin leave, you have to make yourself available. If we call you anytime during the day and say, Justin, we need you to come down here or something like that, you know, between the hours of 8 and 4, you still need to be available.
As the reality of his situation fully settles upon Augie, he breaks down crying as he realizes that his life as he knows it is coming to a difficult turn where he is going to be thrust into this cocktail of problems.
You're still on payroll until we finish this testing. But then as soon as that's all done, then you're on admin leave until further notice. Okay. I am too. I was hoping the system, we would never get to this point. Do you want us to try to get an attorney or a union rep? No? Okay. You are saying no to an attorney or union rep right now? Okay. Okay, so then we'll try to get this done as quickly as we can, get you home, and then you need to start working on stuff, my friend.
It's appalling to see the police's decision to continue paying a drunken officer, despite him completely wrecking a police cruiser that the hardworking taxpayers funded.
Hereby ordered to fully cooperate with the investigating official. Your failure to cooperate will create an objective and subjective fear of termination. You have the following rights and responsibilities during this investigation. You have the right to be informed of the allegations involved. You will be asked questions specifically directed and narrowly related to the performance of your official duties. Statements made during any interviews may be used as evidence of misconduct or as the basis for seeking disciplinary action against you. Any statements made by you during these interviews cannot be used against you in any subsequent criminal proceeding, nor can the fruits of any of your statements be used against you in any subsequent criminal proceeding. Hereby ordered to fully cooperate with the investigating official. Your failure to cooperate will create an objective and subjective fear of termination. You have the following rights and responsibilities during this investigation. You have the right to be informed of the allegations involved. You will be asked questions specifically directed and narrowly related to the performance of your official duties. Statements made during any interviews may be used as evidence of misconduct or as the basis for seeking disciplinary action against you. Any statements made by you during these interviews cannot be used against you in any subsequent criminal proceeding, nor can the fruits of any of your statements be used against you in any subsequent criminal proceeding. If you so request, a person of your choice may be present to serve as a witness during the interviews. If you refuse to answer questioning related to the performance of your official duties, you'll be subject to dismissal. You understand that? Yeah. Justin, we don't want you falling out of the seat, so that's why he's holding on to your shoulders.
We do have the squad respond to the
garage doors, for the unit, please.
It isn't every day that you see a grown man cry when he's faced with accountability. That too a cop. And the next cop isn't any better. He tried flexing his badge on a citizen, but it didn't work at all.
Got a call for a suspicious vehicle, okay? Someone passerby or whomever called said it was a white vehicle sitting along the power lines.
I'm sitting on the power lines. I'm sitting on a public street.
What's that?
I'm sitting on a public street minding my business. That's all I'm doing. Yeah.
Okay, well, we got a call for a suspicious vehicle. We're just checking on said vehicle. Are you the owner of the car, sir?
I'm sorry, I'm not going to answer any questions. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Can I get a badge number?
It's 37.
And his name?
Sergeant Brian Gilmore.
Brian Gilmore. Okay.
Would you like to speak to him as well?
No, thank you.
Okay.
I just want to mind my business, man. People drive by here, see me parked here doing nothing wrong.
Amendment right, not talk to us.
Yes, because I'm not doing anything illegal, right? Literally just parked in a public street. That's right.
Okay, well,
Just because somebody called in a suspicious car doesn't mean you're doing anything illegal. Did they specifically identify something illegal that I was doing? Was I trespassing?
At this point, the reason we're requesting the identification
Sure.
is number one, we identify everybody we talk to. It's part of our routine.
Here's some crucial background. People are typically free to refuse to answer questions without facing immediate jail time under the Fifth Amendment of the United States Constitution. It seems like our officials here have forgotten everything about that. If people saw my channel, perhaps they would have a better understanding of effective law enforcement practices.
It's accepted, and it's something that's been approved by the Supreme Court,
It's
both
not
the
been.
state
It's
and the
not
United
been.
States Supreme Court.
It's not been approved by any Supreme Court.
Okay, all right. Well,
unless you
can
have
certainly disagree all
reasonable.
you want, but just because you think so doesn't mean
Unless
it's
you
right.
have reasonable suspicion of a crime.
Okay. Well,
I don't have to provide any ID, sir.
You're on one of our streets in our town. In order for you to leave,
Who's-
you're going to have to be legally able to drive.
Who
this
pays?
car.
Who pays for these streets, sir?
Excuse me?
Who pays for the street?
Upper Chichester Township.
The township, right? The
Yep.
people. It's a taxpayer-funded street, right? And that means I can park here. I can travel through here. Also, I can stop on the streets. It's not illegal for me to do that. In your investigation, what have you concluded that I've done that's
That I have
illegal?
somebody that's refusing to provide
And
identification.
that's not illegal. Am I
It is
am I
actually
under
illegal,
arrest?
sir. Under the vehicle code,
Am I
you're
under
required-
arrest?
Huh? You're not. You may be, and we'll have to
So
find that
are you
out.
threatening me with arrest?
Am I threatening you? No, I am not threatening you.
This individual must have dealt with self-proclaimed know-it-alls previously too.
Sir, well, conduct your job. I'm not providing any ID because I didn't commit any crimes.
You don't need to commit a crime
Yes,
for
you
us
do.
to ask you to
Yes,
provide
you
ID,
do.
sir.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You need RAS. Without RAS, there's no probable cause. Is
Okay,
that
they
illegal?
did.
Can you just come here and
They didn't
identify
say
me?
you were a pink flamingo either, so
Well, that's
about as
fine,
relevant.
but I'm not providing any ID. Where do we go from here? I didn't do anything illegal. You're threatening me with arrest.
I'm telling you that you need to provide identification. You're
I'm
part
not
of an
providing any
investigatory detention at this
investigation.
point.
I'm
You are
not.
required.
Do your investigation. Go and talk to the person who called and find out what I did that was illegal. Talk to them. Do your investigation. Do a thorough investigation. You just don't come here and talk to me. Talk to
You're
them.
the one
See
that's
what I
here.
did. Because they called, so talk to them. I didn't do anything wrong. You're not going to force me
know
to
that you did or
identify.
didn't do anything wrong,
But
sir.
do an investigation to see if I
doing
did
an
anything
investigation.
wrong.
And in the state of Pennsylvania,
Yes.
if you're operating a motor vehicle, which is what you're doing,
I'm not operating a motor vehicle.
You
I'm parked.
absolutely are.
I'm parked on a public
you're in
street.
command and control of the vehicle.
I'm parked on a public
if
street.
you were under the influence of alcohol or another drug, I could arrest you for DUI, but you're
I'm
not.
parked on a public street.
Okay.
Good. That's all I'm doing here. I'm parked on a public street. Doing nothing illegal. You're not providing me the case number?
That's correct.
Okay, well then you're not getting any ID.
Okay.
What's the next step?
You'll probably get a citation for failure to provide driver's license.
Sergeant Gilmore, finally realizing how silly his actions were, decided to do this.
Can you call the dispatcher and give me this incident number? I'd like to document
you can stop
this.
at our police station and grab the incident number.
So you're not providing incident
I
number?
don't have an incident number until I go back and do the report. I can't just pull one out of thin air.
I applaud this man for being aware of his rights and refusing to be exploited.
I'm not gonna be surprised. I'm sorry. Sure. Hey, can I come in there? Hey, do you mind giving me incident number, please?
Yep.
That's all I
Last
wanted.
name's Clapp, badge number's 44.
Thank you, Clap.
Hey, have a good
I
one.
just want an incident number. Literally, that's all.
We don't
Because-
generate an incident number until it clears. All right.
Until it clears what? Like the call?
The radio system, yep. So
And you're about to clear it, I would assume?
you can get it tomorrow, okay?
Fortunately, not all police officers are naive, and he locates another one who has the common sense to provide him with the incident number he needs. If you're bad-mouthing the last cops, wait till you see how a journalist was pushed to the ground and handcuffed while covering a news conference.
Oh my God! You guys, this is bad. Stop.
February 8th, 2023, a journalist was broadcasting a news conference about a train derailment in Ohio. Two state highway patrol troopers and the Ohio National Guard's Major General John Harris asked Lambert to stop his live reporting, and that's when an argument started. Major Harris argued that Lambert was being loud and disruptive, but what right does he have to boss and threaten him around?
You were told to shut it down, you continue to go.
Now.
Go. Now. Or you can go to jail. Sir. You want to go to jail for criminal trespassing? Do you want to go to jail for criminal trespassing? Do you understand?
You know how quickly our lawyers will get me out?
I don't care.
Sir, can we
I don't
talk?
care.
Just go outside.
Let's talk outside.
Go.
Let's talk outside.
Come
Out the doors.
Out the doors. Out the doors. By other media right here. I'm going to listen.
I don't care.
It's my
You're going to
job.
walk out the door.
I'm going to listen.
You're going to walk
Do
out
not
the door.
touch me.
Come on out, sir. You're going to walk out the door, or you're going to jail.
Do not touch me.
Sir, can we talk outside,
I
please?
am trying to
Talk
listen.
outside, please.
And he escalated with me. I am doing my job. This is covered by the First Amendment.
Excuse me, sir. I'm the building supervisor here. Please leave.
There you have it.
You're going to stand outside.
You are
Or you're going to jail.
Let's go. Let's
go.
Come
on, out. Out, please. Out the door. Out the door. Yeah, you're under arrest. Under arrest.
The journalist was in his right to do his job. He didn't do anything to warrant the treatment he got next.
Oh my God! You guys, this is bad. Stop.
I am on the ground. What are you trying to do?
Stop resisting! Stop this! Oh my God! Stop! You wouldn't get this. This is so bad.
Put your hands behind your back. Lay flat, please.
You guys, he's a national correspondent. You cannot do this.
I'm a reporter with News Nation. It's all being recorded right now.
I hope it is.
This is
Excessive
horrible.
force because you can't talk to people about doing their jobs.
Oh my God! I cannot believe this.
With it.
This is horrible.
This is what it's like to be a black reporter in 2023.
Evan, I'm so sorry. Evan, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Sia.
We'll love her, sir.
Lambert was thrown to the ground and handcuffed. Does a major have that much authority? Afterwards, the reporter's manager came to clarify his case.
Or disrespect.
Hello.
We've been waiting for, we were up there, we had a live shot scheduled to report on this at 5:15. Okay. That's locked in stone. So, coincidence of all coincidence, the governor literally walks out at 5:15. It's the worst possible timing in the world, okay? But there's nothing that we can do about that. He's committed to doing his live shot. He's got people talking to him.
The reason why he is where he is, he was told to leave. He refused to leave.
Okay.
Then the building superintendent comes over and says, I don't want you here.
Okay.
He still refused to leave.
I didn't
so now
witness
he's arrested.
I didn't witness any of
That's his own fault he's arrested. All he had to do was pipe up.
I didn't.
And he just kept on arguing.
All I'm telling you is, from the television standpoint of what
I understand what you're trying to do. I
it's
understand
television.
you guys have a
It's
job
just-
to do.
Yeah.
But when he's told to leave
understand.
by law enforcement, he does not.
I can't speak to that.
That's an
But
issue.
what I thought I might just be able to give you some insight on
I understand.
If you look at it from the broadcaster's side, the reporter did nothing wrong. He was just following orders, and he knew he was following the Constitution as well. Governor DeWine did not know that the reporter was making this request, nor did he ask that the reporter cease his live broadcast, according to his office. We are unable to comment on the circumstances leading up to the reporter's arrest because the governor was not present when the broadcast concluded. All charges on the journalist were dropped after the news broke of his arrest. This last case had one arrogant major who got battered by the public's opinions, but this next one had a female cop that was beyond dumb.
That's not my problem.
I don't want to take you to jail, but also, I'm doing my You clearly do.
An angry female cop approached an unidentified person who was just strolling about Jacksonville.
Is there a reason I'm doing a job? Yeah, to make money.
Okay, people have just been calling, just thinking it's kind of weird.
It's journalism. I'm sorry.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, it's protected under the First Amendment, so.
I'm not saying you're not.
Sorry about that.
All right, hold on. Hold on.
Am I being detained?
Yeah, right now.
For what? For which crime?
So I'm further investigating why you're walking around.
What crime? That's not a crime. Walking around isn't a crime. You have to articulate a crime before you can detain me. Supervisor. Yep. You can't detain just anyone. You have to articulate a crime. You're incorrect. Get your supervisor and let's find out.
She's probably the type to run from real challenges, opting instead to pick on innocent civilians over the most trivial matters.
But you are failure. You're not identifying yourself. You're refusing.
What crime have I committed?
So at the end of the day, if law
It's not the end. It's the beginning.
Listen to me for a sec. So if law enforcement requests your identification, right? Your name, your date of birth, your ID card, your driver's license number, you are obligated to give that to law enforcement.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Not unless you can articulate a crime.
So I can articulate that this
Walking
is
around is not
behavior.
suspicious. Isn't a crime.
Okay, but it is something we have to investigate.
It's not a crime, so I don't have to comply with anything. I don't have to help you in your investigation.
Okay. Well, I am asking you to identify yourself. You are refusing.
Haven't committed a crime.
That doesn't matter. You
It
still
does
have to
matter.
identify
No, I
yourself.
do not.
Hello, sir. How are
Name
you?
and badge number, please.
My name's Corporal Tim Bureau. My officer number is 674.
Thank you.
Jackson Police Department.
Thank you.
Do you live around here?
I'm not answering any questions.
Okay. Well, you have a nice day then, okay?
Thank you. Am I free to go?
Yeah, you've been free to go this whole time.
She told me I've been detained.
Oh, okay.
Twice now. So I'm detained?
Well, you want a supervisor?
Am I detained?
I'm trying to identify you.
That's not happening. Am I detained?
Well, at the end of the day, I'm trying to identify you.
That's not my problem. I don't have to further your investigation for you. That's your job.
Knowing fully well that she could not lawfully hold him, she attempted to sidestep the subject at hand. In the meantime, another officer, maybe sensing the absurdity of the situation, signaled to our buddy that he might go.
Apparently, you have no idea how it works. You can't walk up to a citizen not committing a crime and demand ID. That's not how this works.
Okay. Yes, you know the law more than
I do, actually. It turns out that I do. You see, I'm a journalist.
Well, how is that obvious?
I'm gathering content for a story. Who else does that? Do mechanics do that? Excuse me?
I said everybody with a cell phone isn't a journalist.
If they choose to be, they are. It's in the Constitution.
Okay. Cell phones make you a journalist?
If that's what you choose to do, yeah.
Okay.
This arrogant cop thought he was being clever, but anybody may videotape on public land without facing legal repercussions because of the First Amendment. This friend of ours maintains his position and strikes their ego really hard. These police officers' ignorance of the rules they're tasked with enforcing is quite disgraceful.
Not in court, sir.
We can be very easily.
I would like to avoid that.
I would rather not, because this is going to keep happening until you guys are taught a lesson.
What's that, sir?
That you can't bully people into giving ID when you don't suspect a crime.
Sir, nobody is trying to bully you into anything.
She just told me she could take me to jail if I don't give her my ID.
What she's trying to make sure you understand is when law enforcement are investigating something.
They can investigate whatever you want. You have to suspect me of a crime.
Is this where our taxes go these days? Truly despicable.
Right now you're detained.
Okay. For what crime do you suspect me of?
Because she's following up on investigation.
What crime do you suspect me of?
Suspicious activity.
It's not. So suspicion is a crime.
Are you going to give her your name and information?
No.
Turn off the James back.
Okay.
This man here was wrongfully detained, arrested, and later charged with resisting a public safety officer and obstructing an investigation. And now an innocent guy who was simply out on a walk has to deal with a criminal record for the rest of his life. If you thought cops behave like the street, you'd be surprised to know that you'll find them at the police stations too.
Yeah, sir, I have paperwork to turn in. Don't walk away from me.
Don't you tell me what to do.
Sir, you're a public servant. I'm telling you.
This auditor filed a complaint about their heedless activities at the Maryland Capitol Police Headquarters in Annapolis. This is an authorized and legitimate activity. However, he is taken aback by what he discovers as soon as he enters the building.
Yep. So I was here a couple weeks ago, and I turned this in, and it wasn't,
Hold on. Let me get a police officer for you.
Okay.
Have a seat right there. What's your name?
I'd rather not give that.
The name is on your complaint, right?
No, it's not.
You'd rather not give your name for the officer to come out here and address you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I checked, so there's no sergeant around.
Okay. So what's that supposed to mean? I'm not allowed to turn in my complaint now?
It's not that you're not allowed to turn in your complaint. There's no one to accept it from you.
Okay, well, we're during business hours on a Tuesday afternoon, ma'am.
Well, this is session. Maryland General Assembly is in session right now.
Right down the
And
street.
A lot of the officers are out on patrol.
Okay, well, we're
rallies,
well,
so-
we're gonna have to call one over here to do their job, ma'am.
Well,
You
don't
can't.
talk, you don't talk to me like that. I'm not a police officer.
Okay.
I'm trying to assist you.
I'm not talking to you like anything. I'm just saying you're gonna have to call a police officer down here. You can't deny me a public services,
I'm not
ma'am.
denying you anything.
Well,
but
you're
I'm
telling me there's no
Well, look,
sergeant to come down here and do the job. I'll sit over here and ring the doorbell then. How about that? So what you're saying is there is a sergeant here. Oh yeah. Let's explain a big lie before you come out here, because you just told me there's no sergeant here. So how are you speaking to a sergeant? How are you speaking to a sergeant then, ma'am? How are you speaking to a sergeant if there's not one here? You want to answer that question? How are you speaking to a sergeant if there's not a sergeant here?
Hi, sir.
Hi, who are you, ma'am?
I'm Sergeant Alexander.
Sergeant Alexander, can you tell me why this lady just lied to me and said there's no sergeant here in the building?
What is it that you need?
Can you tell me, the first thing I need is you to tell me why she just lied to me and told me there's no sergeant in the building.
Okay, well. I said that could handle your issues.
No, you said there's no sergeant here.
No, I said that could handle
Ma'am, it's all on videotape. If you want to sit down and go over it, we can sit down and go over it and you can see where you're wrong.
The receptionist immediately puts up unwarranted opposition to the auditor. She doesn't even know who he is or what he wants, yet she still behaves so badly. It begs the question of how awful the rest of her squad is.
And regardless, it's during business hours on a business day. There has to be somebody to accept this. So then why did she say he wasn't here? Why did she say he wasn't here then? What is the issue? I'm trying to turn in paperwork. I don't know why the lady that came out there who was originally going to help me came out and said, oh, there's no sergeant here to help you, so, and just shook her, so.
Okay.
So what is that supposed to mean? Well, I'm just saying they're all in legislation, so.
We were.
Okay, so what is that? You got down here pretty quick, didn't you?
There's another door.
You got down here pretty quick for being in legislation, aren't you?
Do you have a problem?
You see how quick, I do have a problem. You see how quick you got down here when you thought that I was causing a disturbance or when someone cried to call you down here, but nobody could come down here to help me 2 seconds ago. Yeah, sir, I have paperwork to turn in. Don't walk away from me.
Don't you tell me what to do.
Sir, you're a public servant. I'm telling you.
No, you're not telling me.
I'm telling you.
Do you want to get arrested again?
Sir, I'm doing, sir, this is legal.
Give me the papers.
Yeah, it's going to be date, stamp, and a copy to return to me.
I have a date stamp.
Well, that's how it's done, sir. That's the official way it's done. You can't change protocol. You can't change protocol just because you don't want to deal with me, sir.
I do want to deal with you.
Okay, then please, I need these stamped, copied, and returned to me. I need a date stamp. You guys have that.
Where?
Back in the office, sir.
We're the only ones
Every
here
police
right now.
station has that.
Can I see what you're talking about?
No, you can get a date thing and you can come out here and then you can stamp my paperwork.
One of two ways. You either cooperate
Well,
with
no,
me.
sir, there's only one way this gets handled.
You're either going to cooperate with me.
Sir, there's a
or you're gonna walk away.
sir, there's a legal way of doing this. Okay, so then why is it that I'm asking them to simply stamp it, sir? I'm asking them to
Stamp it as received.
At last, an officer recognizes the existence of a received stamp. I'm not sure why, but this person is able to recognize it and take care of it for him.
Ma'am, I'm doing legal business.
Come with me.
I was told by the commissioner that I could do this. This is legal business. I have legal business. No, ma'am, this is legal business. I'm in a public lobby.
I'm going to be here and I'm going to help you.
Okay.
Outside because you're
What-
disturbing.
I'm not disturbing anything, ma'am.
You're disturbing.
No,
the
I'm not,
flow of
ma'am.
working.
I'm asking them to do their job. They're disturbing it by
I'm here-
refusing me
I'm
services,
here to
ma'am.
help you. What do you need?
I need these stamped and returned to me.
Simply see how she is pushing the cops aside to make room for herself. She is obviously angry that she has to help this person and deal with him. She's totally engulfed in corruption.
I need these done properly. I'm not interfering with the flow of business. They're refusing to do it.
Hey, I want 2 sergeants here and a lieutenant. That's it. Everyone else can go.
What's up, Barnes? How you doing, buddy? Good, man. How you doing? Good. I'm hanging in there, buddy. I'm hanging in there. I'm trying to fill out complaints for what happened that day, but they're being ignorant about it. And so why is it they can't come down here pretty quick to try and help me? Because you came in here huffing and puffing, sir. You threatened 3 times. You threatened 3 times to arrest me. You said you can leave or you're going to be arrested. So that's how I thought you were going to arrest me because you said it, sir. It came out of your mouth. That's why I thought that.
Thank you. You might want to look at your camera.
I have it.
You might want to look at that.
You might want to look at it.
All right, that's enough.
Get him out of here.
Go on.
Get him out of here.
I'm waiting for my paperwork, sir.
Go outside with
No, sir. This is a public lobby.
Michael Wilson, the head of police, arrives on the scene. Watch how naive he is about the auditor while he conducts a legitimate audit. He just can't seem to get that it's permissible to file a complaint against a public official.
Business, sir.
You have been told 3 times not to
And
come.
I'm waiting
Listen,
for
look
the-
at me.
And I've been told by the commissioner that if I have legal business, I can come in this office, sir.
Not to trespass
I'm
into
not
this
trespassing.
building
I'm doing
because
legal
you create
business.
a problem when
I'm
you're
doing
here.
legal business,
Now
sir.
I'm telling you to leave the building.
I'm doing legal business,
If you don't
sir.
leave the building, you're going to get arrested
I'm doing legal
and
business,
again,
sir.
and again.
I'm doing
you're
legal
not
business,
to come back
sir.
here.
I'm doing
It's
legal
not
business,
legal
sir.
business.
It is, sir.
Get out or get locked up.
I have a right.
Lock him up.
Sir, I have a right to file
You're under
grievances.
arrest for trespassing.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you
Rebecca, can you just please give me my paperwork so I can leave?
It's too late for that.
Sir, Rebecca, what is going on out here?
You're under arrest for trespassing.
I'm not, sir. I'm doing legal business.
You've been told to
I'm waiting for my paperwork so I can leave. Ma'am, please. That's all I'm waiting for so I can leave. Sir, I'm going to come back here. This is I have a right to file these complaints, sir. Yeah, my cell phone. No. My keys, my cell phone, my wallet. I don't understand why I'm being arrested. I literally, okay. Sir, I was told that if I had legal business, sir, I have a legal right to be here if I'm filing a grievance, sir. I'm filing a grievance, sir. Sir, I'm filing a grievance. I'm allowed here. Sir, this is a violation of 18 Code US 242. It's a deprivation of public services. I have a right to file grievances with my government, sir. I was told by the commissioner when he arrested me unlawfully out here last time and lied upon me, and I was taking the commissioner. I asked them, well, how is it that I can come back here to do this because I need? And they said you are allowed back there if you have legal and lawful business. They told me that filing this complaint is legal and lawful business. So how is it that I'm being trespassed, or how is it I'm being arrested for trespassing if I have a complaint that I filled out and filed?
Your initial time that you came in, you were trying to get an investigation started.
I was trying to find out why my tags have been taken off my car.
I got you.
And that's when I was arrested down here.
Is this the second time you've filled out this paperwork? Who'd you fill it out on the first time?
You can see both of them right there. No,
this?
not the same thing. No, they're for different incidents, different days, different incidents.
I got you.
I filled out different incident forms for different days.
So
I didn't want to put 5 incidents on one thing, you know what I mean? So that's why, yeah.
So the first one was for the tags and all that stuff?
Yeah.
All that justification for nothing. The cops are incapable of thinking with their own brains because they are power drunk. They are only stealing citizen rights and enforcing an authoritarian system.
No, I haven't been banned. I haven't been banned, sir.
Okay.
You can't ban someone from doing a constitutionally protected activity. I have a right to file this, sir. You're right. I can't come here and just sit down and chill in the office. I can't go in there and do the security card processing center.
Mr. Falk, are you going to allow me to explain to you real quick?
I would rather not speak to you, sir.
Okay, well that's fine. You can hear me.
The auditor reportedly endangered the officer's safety, so he was placed under arrest with a $1,000 bail. He was sent to the Anne Arundel County Detention Center in Annapolis, Maryland, which is located on Jennifer Road. The police succeeded in getting the commissioner to hold him by writing the report to the best of their abilities. This guy's luck is not good. And there you have it, guys. Do you think the cops should face severe repercussions for what they did? Let us know in the comments below. As always, like, subscribe, and share with your friends. This is Detective Mystery, signing off.